students will be discussing about what are the skills that are required from the present generation. What they have missed from the past, that is what they have missed from the past generation. What is required for the future generation? Why it is a basic need is though we are developing everything is reading what we are developing our skill set, but we are not utilizing the skill set and we have forget what are the basic skills that are required for our daily life. So I'll start with Yatika.
Okay. In 90s, our parents have played outdoor games like nine Paramili. It's a very good memory game for all. But nowadays, we don't play that. We only engage with mobiles like videos only we are watching, our generation. Um, and also, they will communicate face to face and neighborhood communication. So, they are build a good relationship with our neighbors, but we can't do that because we are always sitting and chatting in our mobile phones and emails, communications only going on in our generation. Uh, uh, my father and I doing electricity work, uh, and he trained me how will we work with electricity and how will be precautionary with the use. And he will also
That
my father was do electricity works. He teach me how will we do precautionary before we doing electricity works, like using plastic gloves and slippers for protecting us. And he also do repairing vehicles, and he'll teach me how the vehicles are working, how the machines are failure in this condition, and he will change little puncture in our tire. He'll fix it. But in our generation, we don't know nothing. We'll call in someone for help. So if we know means we won't depend anyone, right?
And knowledge and the basic knowledge of us will be like discipline is the first and important. So the discipline comes when we see and when we gather things by the knowledge and then we will be implementing it. So when we are here, we'll be seeing our parents, what they do. As soon as they get up, they'll clean the house. First of all, they'll fold the blankets and the things which you are and they keep. That's one type of a discipline. And they'll just keep the places where they should be and the household rules. So from that the discipline first of all gets started. And apart from that, there will be the communication of helping tendency with the neighborhoods. If there's any problem, they will be going and checking. But as the students will be like just sitting in the phone, just communicating, and will be it's more like an improvisation. And now the generation is like even the small children like 5th standard, they'll be like I'm in a depression, and I'm in a depression. I don't have this. I don't have that. But as we were in the 5th or 6th, and the time that the parents are most strict, and there is no pamphleticism or nothing. If they say we shouldn't do, we shouldn't do. And moreover, even though our parents' field of knowledge in a different field, they'll be having knowledge in each and different part of life. For example, like she said, electrician, like plumbing, and even the other the puncturing tires and even everything.
So I would like to add that many of the older generation, as you see, they have a mortality rate around 80 years. So that's the basic right now. But we people sit a lot. We only see the systems and watch the phones, and we don't tend to talk with people anymore. Because in the previous generation, if you don't know something, you will have someone to know, like that will be expert in that. You will have a communication. You will have someone like a friend or something. But right now, we don't even talk to a friend sitting beside us. And in a generation wise or in a family wise, if a good thing or a bad thing happen near our house, most of the people avoid it. Like we don't have the tendency of helpness as Lokesh mentioned before. So the generation, yeah, I understand it is a generation gap and everything is there, but understanding and these are the basic things that has kept the humanity alive for the last, as it is there for the past 1200 years or it is there. So these things are not something, it's because of the older generation, something known as a phone which has distracted us from many of the important things in our life, because humans are known only for their curiosity, and this curiosity is completely killed by the phone. This has completely downgraded the mind as well as the physical health, because nowadays people tend to be like very lazy and they get a lot of cancer and those type of things in the very early times. So is this a generation gap or this is something we have created from ourselves?
Well, I would agree to what Sri Harish just mentioned right now. So, as humans, we are social beings. Yeah. So, we have to have some interaction as well. But there are some communities where people socialize well, they network very well, but at the same time, there is also a side, the other side of the coin here reads as well that students, or mostly the young adult population, are just immersed inside their whole technologies and just phone rather than spending some time. So basically, like the wants and the needs are what varies us, and it's the differentiating factor. So because during the times of 1980s and 1990s, people had different wants, people had different needs. There was a factor for curiosity because we were bored for most of the time at that stage of time, as ma'am would have also know it. But for us, for the upcoming generations, technology, we forget to understand the impact of technology as well. Like, yeah, it does have some positives and negatives as well, but we forget to focus on the negative aspects as well. So, in terms of a neuroscientific method, let's just consider that. So, we bridge a gap of communication. Yes, we use phones to contact our long distance people as well, but we forget to highlight the issue that is we just use phones for stimulus rather than just using it for our necessary needs. So phone was basically launched for what covering a lot of negative aspects as you just mentioned, contacting your long distance person or getting time to time updates. So we have to make sure that technology does enhance it and rather than not degrading our thinking capacity. So coming to the point of Lokesh as well, he did mention that discipline is also an aspect which we have to focus as well. So now we can see even in the schools as well. In the previous ages, we had to listen to our school teachers, and they would, yeah, of course, they would punish us. They would treat us a little harshly, but that was all for a certain good aspect. But even now, in schools, as you can see, the students tend to exploit laws which are brought up for them. So in that aspect, even though they have liberalism, there is a slight gap for discipline where students aren't disciplined as before. And coming to the point what Yatika just mentioned, right? Like the basic needs and basic amenities, basic skills which are required for us in our day-to-day life for household. Let's take for an example as cooking skills. Cooking skills, it's not just particular to women as well or female candidates as well. It's essential skill which each person, besides the gender, should master as well. And in the other aspects to that is plumbing also. So basically, most of the students or people do not realize how it works as well. So let's say a particular pipe is blocked or something. People don't realize we have main reason. It could be just basic salt, just removing the cap and draining out the salt as well from it. So these are small gaps which are in our society. That's what I feel.
So I'd like to add that even though like in the flip of a coin, it's a good thing as well because myself I am not aware of cooking as much as I can because my mom was working most of the time, so I wasn't able to help her or get to know how to cook. YouTube helped me a very long time because a small thing, yeah, I don't know how to make noodles or something, but a small video helped me to make something. It also helped me to bring them curiosity as well. This is something in cooking. Let's leave apart now. Let's get to the topic of plumbing. If you don't know something, the first thing what the current generation does goes to ChatGPT. Yeah. Yesterday I was fixing a speaker. I didn't know anything about it, but I just gone there and uploaded a photo in ChatGPT. It gave me the exact instruction to do. Yeah, it wasn't as good as learning the complete thing, but I was able to fix my thing and the need which I had over time was fixed over there. So it is also helpful for bringing in curiosity. It's just like how we use it. So it completely depends on the person who uses it.
Well, I have a contradicting statement to that. So, yeah, you did mention people use ChatGPT, upload the photo, but what happens over there? The problem gets solved and the learning curve just stops over there. They don't learn from it, basically. So, what we did have before is like we had to know it. because we were dependent upon ourselves to solve that particular issue. But yes, I do agree that technology does bridge a gap of learning, brings up curiosity as well. But we just stop this learning just if our problem is solved. We don't just see. So next time the same problem occurs, we won't know that it is what
Start.
So I'd like to basically conclude that even though we have some tech or gaps as well, even technological advantages as well, it's how a particular person uses the technology to increase his or her own skill sets.
And we are coming across the skill sets now. And the older days, there are no much amount of companies there, like startup or entrepreneurship. And older days, there are not, because each and every people, old age people have each and every different skill. Like even like in fathers, they know most of all the skills which they have. So no need of startup or no need of asking, going out and giving money, spending money. So there will be less amount of startup. And and if you come to a mom, the mom can cook everything. And older they know more amount of skills. But nowadays there are no much cooking skills, and so there will be like homemade food which are made in home only. But they are again, as you say, and again it will be like homemade. That's a startup, and we can't get the food which we already ate in the land. So for the next generation, it will be like a rare thing. So that will be a different kind of a startup.
So thank you, so very it's a wonderful discussion actually. So what we have missed is like we have stopped doing, we are just reading and writing everything, but we are not experiencing as a practical thing. Though it is in cooking or else a basic thing, so we have stopped it. So thank you.